All right, we're live from the Southport School here as the Gold Coast Rollers get set to take on the Toowoomba Mountaineers in men's QBL action. Nothing But Net Media presents to you another QBL game of the week on QBL TV. I'm John Guarn. I'm joined by Dave Derwin. And Dave, it should be an exciting matchup between two very talented and deep teams.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably the picks of the South. Is that a fair call, Johnny? To look at who's coming out of there. Obviously, the Gold Coast is getting some of their guys back in, which is going to be good. And Toowoomba's looking to make a bit of a statement as well. They're 0-3 so far. Gold Coast have lost a couple of tight games too, so Gold Coast looks like the team to beat in the South, and Toowoomba's going to take it to them.
Yeah, Toowoomba comes in looking for their first win of the season. They dropped a doubleheader last weekend, lost at Rockhampton 116-84, and then a loss at Gladstone 105-90. So Gold Coast comes in also off of a loss last week. It was a tight one, 107-97 loss to the Sunshine Coast Phoenix Clippers. So both teams, they're fighting and they're struggling to get wins at the moment. Gold Coast has been very close a few times. The one win they did get was on a last-minute Adam Dara buzzer beater. What are your keys to the game and the matchup tonight for both teams?
Yeah, I think that the key is, as you talked about, the Gold Coast group's a bit new, but they've got good depth. I mean, that's a pretty decent roster they've put together. So I think the key is, can they get everyone the ball and sharing it around? I mean, Salicic is leading the team with 16 a game and certainly getting production from the other guys, which is key for them. And for Toowoomba, it's a little bit different. It's sort of a three-headed monster, and that's about it, really, with Whitehead, Maxi, and Patano. So I guess the key to the game is, can you disrupt Chris Whitehead, limit his production, 31 and 7 assists. And certainly Maxi, who was a beast last year, is continuing with 22 and 13. So they're the two guys you've got to try and restrict. And then, simply Toowoomba doesn't have the depth, I think, to match it with the Gold Coast.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting matchup and a key pool game. If Gold Coast can get this win over Toowoomba tonight, then they'll be 2 games ahead of Toowoomba already this early in the season. Luckily for both teams, all of the teams in the Southern Pool are struggling at the moment, Southwest, Ipswich included in that. So things aren't never too far away from you getting one of those 2 spots.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, even if, Toowoomba's certainly in with a good opportunity tonight, because whilst they have a bit of depth, at the same time, sometimes that can take away a little bit of the identity of, who's going to go get buckets, what sets are we running if we're Gold Coast. And again, a lot of guys getting shot. Like I said to Jared Gamble before the game, you got a good roster. Unfortunately, you only got 1 ball still, right? So a lot of the guys on their team, they like to score too. Yep. So we haven't seen how that's played out yet this year.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Toowoomba has a few new faces in the lineup tonight as well. They added Cade Towers just recently, because one of the areas they have been struggling in the season is matching up with with teams with size. Gold Coast, although not overly big, they do have a fairly deep front court.
Yeah, absolutely. And Towers is a good young prospect that came through the Queensland program, been overseas in the States, so it'd be really interesting to see if he's developed a little bit as well.
Yep, so we're going to get set to tip off. Starting for the Gold Coast Rollers, you got Adam Dara, Kristen Salicic, Scotty McGregor, Jackson Parr. I can't see who the 5th one is. Simon Stevens. And Toowoomba is going to answer with Chris Whitehead, Aaron Maxey, Charles Dickerson, Aaron Pantano, and Cade Towers. Towers going to tip. McGregor wins it, and we're off. So Gold Coast is going to be traveling from right to left. They're in their home green with the white stripes. It's going to be a very interesting matchup here, and very interesting to see who gets the matchup on Aaron Maxey on the defensive end. They go right at Maxey on the offensive end. McGregor double-teamed. He goes away from it and scores. And Whitehead, I have yet to see him play live, but he's certainly putting up some big numbers for Toowoomba.
Yeah, absolutely.
First game we called this season was Toowoomba. Well, one of the first games I called this season was Toowoomba versus Southwest, and Maxey and Whitehead were not clear as Maxey gets in for the little floater. So unfortunately, I haven't seen them live yet. But Aaron Maxey, we certainly know what he can do at this QBL level.
Yeah, I mean, he was phenomenal last year. I think we called a game at Southwest, and he almost got a quadruple double he was flirting with.
McGregor baseline jump shot over Maxey is good. So Scotty McGregor carrying the offensive load here early for Gold Coast. Maxey going right at him again, and he'll finish as well.
Yeah, I mean, Scotty McGregor is a veteran. He's been doing it a while. I think he's struggling a little bit with an Achilles injury. So, you know, that may help his, limit his movement a little bit. But still, you know, smart guy who's been around.
Selicic nearly loses it, gets it out. Dara's going to fire. Top of the key three is strong. Towers comes down with the rebound, kicks it ahead to Whitehead. Whitehead looks to get to the rack. It's too easy for him. He lays it up and in. If you let Whitehead get going in transition, you're going to be in for a long night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stevens has it on the wing. Now Parr has it back out to Stevens. Gold Coast working the ball around the perimeter to Dara. Again, McGregor on the baseline. He's got Towers on him this time. He's going to shoot another baseline jump shot. That's good. Teams just trading buckets here early at 6-all. Whitehead working off of a Towers screen. Towers gets it. He's going to fire from three. That's strong, no good. Parr comes down with the defensive rebound.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Towers has added that to his game or if that's the whole, the new world of everything's pick and pop for 4s and 5s.
Yep. Well, we saw a lot of that last week with Southwest and their big man, Jason. Coach Perro Cameron doesn't like the defense there. He's going to take a timeout as that was too easy for Whitehead. It's 8-6 with 7:28 to go in the first quarter. Let's keep it here, though, Dave. And what do you see early here from both teams?
Well, I mean, Whitehead's just he's just blown by Dara twice, and there's been little to no help D either. So that's going to be one of the things that Coach Cameron's going to be talking about. You know, don't get me wrong. I think Whitehead looks like a tough cover for anyone in this league, but they got to do it as a group. Otherwise, you know, he's just going to open them up, and then after he starts opening them up, that's going to give opportunities for to get the threes and the kick aheads.
Yeah, I mean, you certainly would expect from the Toowoomba Mountaineers to have a touch of the ball on almost every possession, either Whitehead or Maxey, if not both of them getting a touch every possession as well. Whitehead has some tough shoes to fill, though. Jeremy Kendall, the import that the Toowoomba Mountaineers had, won QBL MVP last year, and he and Maxey really carried the team to the playoffs, and that's certainly the goal here early for Whitehead. But Toowoomba, unfortunately, has been unable to get a win so far.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, I think he's finding himself a little bit too, and I think, you know, you know, Aaron Pantano's also been putting up some good numbers, and he hasn't really touched the ball yet. So it would have been interesting to see how they try and integrate him in there. Yeah,
and a good timeout there early. I like an early timeout from Coach Cameron, trying to just regroup the troops and make those early adjustments on Whitehead. You don't want them to get too hot too early. Toowoomba gone to the bench. Checked Aaron Howard in. So you got Whitehead, Howard in for Towers. Going to stay with the Gold Coast here with 14 seconds to go on the shot clock. Toowoomba's got Howard, Maxey, Pantano, Dickerson, and Whitehead. And Gold Coast still has the starting unit of Dara, Stevens, Selicic, Parr, and McGregor. Selicic three is strong, no good. Whitehead now pushing it up court for Toowoomba. Splits the defense, floater, no good. Gets his own rebound. It's stolen, though, by Christian Selicic.
Yeah, good defense from Selicic, putting his body on the line and coming up with the rebound. Stevens comes up as a pick and roll, firing.
You can't let him shoot. You can't let him shoot from three. That's his game.
Yeah.
And he retakes the lead for Gold Coast 9-8.
Yeah, I mean, Toowoomba has to force him off the three-point line and make him a driver.
Maxey hands off for Whitehead, spins off the defense. Turnaround jump shot is good. There was a lot of contact. He definitely initiated that, though, Whitehead.
Yeah.
And that's, again, very tough matchup for Adam Dara. Corner three for Stevens is up and rattles in and out. Pantano cannot corral it. Parr comes up with the rebound.
Yeah, just a poor box out there from Pantano. Giving up a simple rebound.
5 seconds to go. Good backdoor cut by Parr and a great look there by Selicic. It's 11-10 here with 6 minutes to go. Howard has it at the free throw line, goes at the defense. McGregor strips it. Pantano has it. Out to Maxey. Maxey going to fire a wing three. It's up. It's short. No good. Stevens comes up with it for the Gold Coast. Hands off for Salicic. He's going to the rim, and he's fouled.
Yeah, foul on Dickerson. Didn't think he did a lot wrong there, but must have had a hand in.
Yeah, I thought they were going to go for...
Well, Maxey had good position, so I didn't think they could possibly call that for a foul. Guess I saw something with Dickerson.
Pero Cameron, the coach for the Gold Coast Rollers, going to the bench. Charlton Offermans is going to check in. And also checking in is Thalo Green.
Yeah, and Offermans looks like maybe a local youngster. And if I'm if I'm Chris Whitehead, I'm licking my chops right now.
Salicic goes 1 of 2. Sorry, misses them both actually. It's 11-10, the lead for the Gold Coast. Whitehead's got to be screaming for the ball here. Dickerson goes to Howard, who spins baseline, steps out of bounds though. And again, that's a poor possession for Toowoomba. No Whitehead or Maxey getting a touch.
No, absolutely. I mean, you just can't afford to have turnovers like that, stepping out of bounds. It's just unforgivable.
Thalo Green inside for Offermans. Back out to Stevens. He's going to fire from 3. It's short. Maxey comes down with it. Gets it to Whitehead. Whitehead opens his eyes, goes right at Offermans. He finishes, and the foul. What body control there by Chris Whitehead. Got to count the bucket. Going right at Offermans. Towers going to check back in. And checking into the game for Toowoomba for the first time is Cameron Weber. Dickerson and Pantano going to have a breather. Whitehead on the season shooting 78.6% from the charity stripe. He hits it, so it's a 2-point lead for Gold Coast with 5:14 to go in the first.
Yeah, wow, Toowoomba do a good job of finding animal point guards, huh? Whitehead is tough.
Touching in, they're going into that Bellarmine. That's going to be I think they're going to confirm it. That's got to be intentional. Oh.
Wow.
Coach Corcoran not happy with that call. No play at the ball at all. Just completely grabbed Whitehead in transition. But Coach Corcoran has the Bellarmine University connection as Chris Whitehead, a recent graduate at Bellarmine, a tremendous Division II program out of Kentucky. Entry pass, though, is long. Parr steals it, gets it off to Offermans. Now Salicic looking inside for Thalo Green, not there. A lot of contact between Salicic and Cade Towers. Towers doing battle with Thalo Green inside.
Yeah, that's what the fans want to see, Johnny. Again, CU Towers is trying to establish himself, just come out of here out of school. Thalo been doing it for a while.
Yeah, a lot of contact inside. I don't know if they actually called a foul on that.
I think it was, might be on Weber on the initial drive from Salicic.
Pass out to Offermans. Now Salicic has it. Jump stop, left-handed scoop is good. Great move there by Christian Salicic. We're all out of that 13. Pretty good game so far here, Dave. What are you seeing out of the Gold Coast that you like?
Yeah, I think, I mean, they're certainly sharing the ball, and you know, Simo's let 4 threes fly already, so they're certainly getting good looks. Just haven't hit a couple open shots, but certainly moving the ball well. And I think, you know, any team that has Dara in there is going to try and move the ball. He provides good leadership offensively for them, and defensively, they just got to have a plan to slow Whitehead down. That's where they're at the moment.
Yeah. Checking in for the Gold Coast is Sam Meyer. Maxey puts the shoulder through Thalo Green and finishes. Green wanted the foul call, didn't get it.
Yeah, no call there. Just good drive for Maxey. Just too big, too strong.
Stevens going on the block inside for Green. Rip move is good. There's a foul as he went baseline. They're going to give that one to Cade Towers. That's going to be his second personal. Right away, you see Malik check out, or get set to check in. Towers picking up 2. He's going to have a seat on the bench.
Yeah, just, you know, I watched that in particular then because Thalo and him had a little bit of a bang. And yeah, I knew he'd get suckered into the shenanigans.
There's a lot of contact there. Green trying to draw the foul. Offermans has it though. Jump stop, hook shot no good. Maxey comes down with it. Maxey goes full court, hands it off for Howard, who finishes with the right hand. It's nice to have a big man who can run the break for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, in this league, he is a big man, but realistically, you know, he's a great sort of three-man. Traditionally, I would have thought two/3, but he can certainly do it all.
Mayer has it now out for Offermans. There's about 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Gold Coast has to get moving here. Offerman's fadeaway jump shot is short. Howard comes down with it for the Gold Coast.
Yeah, good D from Malik as well. Moved his feet well, got a good contest on the three.
Skip pass is stolen. That's a terrible pass there by Cameron Weber. Salicic scoops it up. That's no good. Whitehead can't corral the rebound, but they're going to say it went off the hands of Charlton Offermans.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Good D.
Good
D from Aaron Howard again.
Yep,
Put his body on the line.
And he kind of suckered him into that because he stepped up but stepped back.
Yeah.
I like that as well. 4-point lead here for Toowoomba with about 3 minutes to go. Howard going to dribble and hand off for Whitehead. Inside for Maxey, working on Green. Goes right at him. Scoop shot no good. But there's a foul on Thalo Green there. So Maxey's going to go to line for 2 shots. And on the season, Aaron Maxey shooting just under 82% from the free throw line.
Yeah, I think Maxey, you know, I think he likes that matchup as well.
And I think Aaron Maxey likes any matchup he has. He's a supremely confident player,
yeah,
and rightfully so. He knows that he knows the competition in the QBL after last season. He was an all-league level performer for Toowoomba, and he's played in the NBL and played at a high level in the NBL.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
He's a veteran professional player who is a talent anywhere on the court.
Yeah, young Sam Mayers checked in too, John, and you know he's a young Queensland kid over in college at the moment.
There he gets it on the block, kicks it out. 3-point attempt is up for James Whitby. It's no good. Somehow it winds up with Salicic. He gets his feet in the paint. He's blocked, but they're going to call a foul. Not sure who they're going to get that foul on there. Going to give that one to Cameron Weber. Coach Corcoran's going to take a timeout with 2:27 to go here in the first quarter, so we'll take one as well. The Toowoomba Mountaineers lead the Gold Coast Rollers 18-13 on QBL TV, presented to you by Nothing But Net Media. Back here at the Southport School as the Toowoomba Mountaineers lead the Gold Coast Rollers 18-13 with 2:27 to go here in the first quarter. And Dave, it's been a fairly successful first quarter thus far for Toowoomba, particularly featuring Aaron Maxey in the post.
Yeah, I think they're just finding their feet and moving the ball, which has been good. Obviously, they haven't been around, you know, together a great deal either. Good contributions from Malik, who just checked in, moving his feet, challenging shots. He provides good length. I don't know what you know, maybe 6'8". So, you know, he has an opportunity to certainly disrupt some shots as well.
Salicic at the line for 2 shots. Scotty McGregor, saw him feature early, 6 quick points there for the Gold Coast. And then we haven't seen him since, so he is nursing that Achilles injury.
And that's going to be hard too, because it's the kind of thing where, you know, he doesn't want to be getting hot and cold and coming in and on cue, he comes in.
Yeah, well, Thalo Green picked up his second personal just there on Aaron Maxey. McGregor checks in along with Parr. And I didn't see who else was checked in there. Looks like it might have been Dara.
Yeah.
So they've got Dara, Whitby, Salicic, McGregor, and Parr. Toowoomba's answering with Whitehead, Weber, Maxey, Howard, and Malik, sorry. Maxey goes 1 of 2, so it's sorry, he hit them both. 20 to 15 lead. McGregor now, Whitby over to Dara. Dara's going to settle things down here. Whitby has it on the wing, skips it over for Dara. Dara's going to bring it back beyond the three-point line. Baseline with Parr, 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Dara has it, goes left. He's got to get a shot off. Spin move, dumps it inside, but McGregor cannot get the shot off in time. So good defense there by Toowoomba.
Yeah, and he missed it by a second, but you know, good patience from the Goldie, swinging around, just running a bit of a fairly simple structure.
I thought Maxey did go 1 of 2. They went to 20, but it's now 19-15 the lead here for Toowoomba. Whitehead elbow jump shot is good. He's been impressive early.
Yeah, he looks like he could do that all day. So if I'm Toowoomba, I'd be staying with that.
And you look at featuring Whitehead or Maxey every time, and I think you'd be in good stead.
Absolutely, and again, Toowoomba's in a sort of a matchup zone, so we'll see how Gold Coast responds.
Stevens push shot no good. McGregor tips it. Parr comes down with it though for the Gold Coast. And they'll get another possession. Skip pass nearly stolen there by Howard. So Gold Coast will have it just in front of their bench with 9 seconds to go on the shot clock, 1:10 to go on the game clock. Whitby inbounds to Stevens. 6 now on the shot clock. Dara goes right, dumps it off for Parr on the baseline, kicks it, and it's stolen by Weber. Skips ahead to Whitehead. Whitehead catches, lays it up, and in. He thought he was fouled. Has that catch, one dribble, and to the rim. Then a bit of pressure there from Toowoomba. Nice different look there from the Mountaineers.
Yeah, just trying to burn a bit of clock here, and they did a good job burning 12 seconds on the shot clock. And Gold Coast has struggled a little bit here with this matchup zone.
McGregor spins baseline, kicks it out for Dara. No look pass to Parr, who finishes with the layup. Good look there from Adam Dara.
Yeah, McGregor and Dara seem to make a good combo too, and historically have been really solid for this Gold Coast team.
Malik has it on the baseline, goes into the block, and Howard working on Whitby. Takes a few dribbles, turnaround jump shot, bank shot is no good. Maxey tips it, but he's going to get called for offensive interference.
I thought that was going down too. So, you know, silly decision.
So Gold Coast can hold for the last shot, about 10 seconds in the quarter. Dara is going to have to get a shot off. 3 seconds, step back jumper is up and no good. Maxey with the rebound. And at the end of the first quarter, it's a 6-point lead for Toowoomba, 23-17. Pretty impressive start for Toowoomba Mountaineers.
Yeah, a good start, that's for sure. And I think despite Gold Coast having plenty of marksmen, sometimes in the zone, you know, when you run them off a little bit, they don't get the looks they would like to have. So if I'm Toowoomba, I'm sticking with the two.
Yep.
Stay in the zone.
Yep, we're going to take a break. We'll come back with some first quarter stats. It's a 6-point lead for Toowoomba, 23-17. You're watching QBL TV here, presented by Nothing But Net Media. Baseline, kicks it, and it's stolen by Weber. Skips ahead to Whitehead. Whitehead catches, lays it up, and in. Baseline, kicks it, and it's stolen by Weber.
In-depth video analysis is no longer just for the pros. Huddle is an easy and affordable tool that brings professional level insight to club and high school teams. Just film and track events live at games and upload them to huddle.com. Accelerate player development with team messaging, automatically generated shot charts and reports, and the ability to add notes and drawings to your video. Coaches can exchange game footage with their entire league, all from one place. Huddle even allows athletes to create highlights to help them get noticed. Sign up for a free trial to see for yourself how Huddle helps teams win.
Back with you here at the Southport School as the Gold Coast Rollers host the Toowoomba Mountaineers. It's a 6-point lead for Toowoomba here, 23-17 at the first quarter break. And D-Love, let's take a look at some stats here for the game.
Yeah, I think Gold Coast are a little bit of a live by the sword, die by the sword type of group. And, 1 of 7 is probably the biggest number that's stepping out in this opening quarter. They've got good shots, so, nothing to worry about here from Coach Cameron. Keep moving the ball. Again, keep involving everyone. Defensively is probably where they've struggled a little bit. I mean, really, Whitehead and Maxey have got whatever they wanted, shooting 71%. So, 10 of 14.
Yeah, and Aaron Maxey has, what's he got, 8? Where is he? Yeah, 8 points, 4 rebounds already. And then you look at Chris Whitehead leading all scorers with 13. So Gold Coast going to have to do a better job shutting those guys down. Pantano goes inside for Towers on the block, working against McGregor. Backs him in, tries to step through. He's got to kick it out. Pantano's a 3-point shooter. It's up and short. Fight for the rebound, and Dara comes up with it for Gold Coast. Looking to attack in transition. Hands off for Salicic. Kicks out for Stevens. Wide open for 3. It's no good. Howard loses it out of bounds, though, so Gold Coast will maintain possession.
Again, Simo's good shot, good looks. He's going to keep shooting.
Yeah, they're going to just reset the shot clock to 14 seconds now. Salicic has to inbound it long out to Simon Stevens. Now Dara has it. This zone has really given Gold Coast some problems. When they're in the half court, we've seen a few possessions get really low on the shot clock, and again with 5, they finally enter it to Parr. He double dribbles, but they're going to call Towers with almost a tripping foul, I guess.
That's a horrible call.
That is a bad call there, as Towers was just sliding over, and that's going to be his 3rd personal.
Yeah, so it takes him out of the game for the next quarter. Just a really bad call.
Not only it's a tough call, and one of the things that is, Toowoomba specifically recruited Towers in here, especially for his size, because that's one of the areas where they've been hurting so far this season. And I must say, not just in the QBL, but it's always referees find it difficult to referee a big guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about him. I don't know if they just don't like him playing physical or what, but big guys tend to pick up fouls quite easily.
Yeah, they do the same thing in our national 20s tournaments where they whistle big guys out, and you're like, well, it's just really bad.
Pantano deep for 3. That's good. That's his game, Aaron Pantano. He shoots 37% from 3. He increased the lead to 8 for the Toowoomba Mountaineers. Salicic dumps it in for Parr, and he's fouled hard by Cade Towers. That's number 4 for Towers. He's definitely going to have to check out now.
Yeah, well, I defended Towers the last one. That last one was just plain stupid. You got 3 fouls.
Salicic
now he's done till the 4th quarter.
Parr, and he's fouled.
He's got to be smarter than that, plain and simple.
You can't. You give Coach Corcoran a bit of credit for letting him ride, putting a bit of faith in the player. But that time, Cade Towers didn't repay the faith.
No.
So Malik will check in. Charles Dickerson also going to check in.
Yeah, which is a real shame because, Towers is the kind of youngster who can give him something. But unfortunately, got to be smarter than that.
First free throw for Parr is no good. 26-18 the lead. We've got about 8:43 to go here in the first half. Second one is up, and that's in and out as well. Bit of bad luck there for Parr. He's a 50% free throw shooter. Dara comes up with the steal, kicks it over to Salicic, a little bit behind him. He drives baseline, dumps it off for Parr, who floats it in. Great creativity there by Salicic and a great finish by Parr.
Yeah, and Salicic, another youngster who came through the Queensland ranks and really displayed that he's more than just a 3-point shooter.
Parr with the steal, he gets it back in the corner. A few pump fakes. Shot blocked by Dickerson. That's a great block there by Charles Dickerson.
Yeah.
I don't even know if the ball left Parr's hand before it got blocked on that one. Let's see the replay. You see Dickerson come over for the recovery and the block. Put that one on the highlight reel. Probably not for Jackson Parr, but
no.
I don't think he's going to be intimidated. He'll go right back in there. That's the type of player Jackson Parr is. Long pass out. 15 to go on the shot clock. McGregor gets it on the left baseline. Salicic going to fire for three. That's short, no good. Maxey with the rebound. Quick outlet pass to Whitehead going at the defense. A lot of contact. Pantano getting on the floor. You got to love that. He swipes it back. Now Maxey has it. Foul line jump shot is up and good. Just smooth from Aaron Maxey.
Yeah, I was going to say all class. Just all class.
28-20 the lead. Bit of shot. Not really sure. The bench calling for.
I think they have some issues with the shot clock that I was saying before the game.
All right.
So I think sometimes it hasn't been resetting. Speaking of another good young junior, Lomakin coming into the game for Simon Stevens.
Andrew Lomakin checking in. Dave, was he one of your group? Part of your group that you had at the 20s?
Yeah, he was in one of our 20s groups, and probably someone that I would have liked to, or think he would have kicked on a little bit more, but he hasn't really found his feet yet in QBL. He's been playing the last couple of years and getting sort of spot minutes. So, hopefully he gets opportunities. And
in the season, you got Lomakin. He's still looking for his first points of the season. But he's certainly a talented player. He can do a little bit of everything for you.
Yeah, he can. He's certainly got good range, and he's a good athlete.
There he is in the corner. Back out to Salicic. He's open for three. Here's Lomakin's attempt. It's strong, no good. Long rebound, though, goes back out to Salicic, and they're going to reset.
Yeah, and that's what's going to hurt. Toowoomba's zone is that they lose a bit of rebounding ability.
Parr inside, kicks it out. McGregor's going to have to fire a three. That's short off the front of the rim. Maxey with a strong rebound. Now Pantano pass nearly stolen there by Lomakin. It's knocked out of bounds, though.
Yeah, and this is Gold Coast looking a little bit more comfortable against his zone. So, again, this is something where Coach Corcoran can switch it up a little bit, go back to the man for a play or two. Just keep shifting it.
Great give and go. Whitehead with the up and under. Reverse layup is good.
Great athleticism from Whitehead, who made something out of nothing.
He's another great find here by Coach Corcoran. Turnaround jump shot by Parr over Malik is good.
Yeah, great move. Good establishment in the block. Turned. Obviously got a couple of kilos over Malik there.
Whitehead for three, that's no good. And if you had to point at one fault in Whitehead's game, it's his three-point shooting. Still looking for his first one in the QBL so far.
Doesn't shoot a great deal though, does he?
It's only his seventh attempt of the season. Again, you see this zone really giving Gold Coast fits. Dara, baseline jump shot, no good. Maxey corrals the rebound, kicks it ahead for Whitehead. It's a 3-on-2 crossover, and Salicic forced the foul.
Wow, it's a pretty potent combination of Maxey boarding, Whitehead outlet, and then you got Malik filling the lane. I thought he was going to get hit on the big alley, but Scotty McGregor took the smart foul early.
Yep, good foul there by McGregor. It's only the first team foul for the Gold Coast, 2 for Toowoomba. Guys, the referee's doing a good job letting them play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maxey for three, top of the key is good. Aaron Maxey can shoot it if you leave him that open. Lead is 11 now for the Gold Coast. Excuse me, for Toowoomba.
Yeah. Yeah, the home team struggling here, struggling to score.
Lomakin's going to fire for three. That's no good. Parr saves it, but Dickerson corrals the pass in from Parr. Kick ahead for Pantano. He thinks about a three, fakes his way to an open look. It's no good. Ball tipped out of bounds there by Christian Salicic.
I think Pantano, he's been watching a few too many Warriors games.
I mean, that was Steph Curry-esque. He could be the Mountaineers version of Steph.
I mean, he shoots at a good clip, but maybe that was an ill-advised shot. I mean, again, this is where you need to.
Whitehead's jump shot is no good. Lomakin gets the outlet pass, goes right at Pantano. Can he finish? No, but he'll go to line for two shots.
Yeah, and this is where, again, Toowoomba needs to be a bit more mature. The last couple of shots down have been poor shots. Just because you're looking at the board, don't get too excited. And they're really in a position where they can put the Goldie to the sword. And 3 poor shots. Just questioning the patience and maturity there of the Toowoomba offense the last couple times down.
And Whitehead, took an early shot, but Coach Corcoran gives him and Maxey the green light.
Yeah.
So, he wants you to take good shots, and that was a decent look for
Yeah,
Whitehead.
Lama's struggling. Cannot get on the board. Missed a couple threes. Missed his free throws.
Maxey bringing it up court. Whitehead thinks about a three, puts the ball on the deck, gets his feet in the paint, hits a little soft one.
Yeah,
that's just again, the defense allowing him getting his feet in the paint.
Yeah, and as you said, just soft. I mean, it looks like he's never going to miss based on the rolls. A couple of rolls he's had.
Yeah, he's got great elevation. Not comparing the game, but his stature and his build reminds me a bit of Nate Robinson.
Yeah.
Great lift on the jump shot, real smooth shot as Selicic misses the three. A good hustle there by Lamakin.
Yeah, and your shot's not falling. That's the thing that Lamas can do is, again, he's a good athlete.
Selicic passes off. It goes off the backboard. Offermans gets the ball and lays it in. 10-point lead here for Toowoomba, 35-25.
And they needed that bad.
Yeah, good easy bucket, never hurts. Dickerson nearly loses it. Whitehead has it. He's looking for the screen and roll. Gonna get one from Dickerson. Dickerson rolls. Whitehead takes it himself and lays it in.
Wow, that is just horrible defense from the Gold Coast, letting him walk down the middle.
Great spin move by Selicic. It winds up with Parr, who he finishes at the rim.
Be really impressed with Selicic in the opening quarter. Or opening half, sorry. He's been, again, as a youngster, he was all about the shot.
Pantano pump fakes to a wide open jump shot. That's good. Gets the friendly roll. Aaron Pantano with another two. It's a 12-point lead here for Toowoomba. And again, it's an interesting zone. It's almost it is that kind of matchup 3-2-ish kind of zone.
Yeah, it's been given the Gold Coast fits since they've gone to it. I don't know what the stat would be, but I can't remember too many buckets in the last sort of.
And McGregor going to pick up another foul there on Whitehead. Scotty McGregor looking for a breather. He's going to get one. Checking in is Jaden Tom and Thalo Green for Scotty McGregor. Jackson Parr. Also going to check in is James Whitby. He's going to check in for Selicic. Coach Corcoran going to get Aaron Maxey some minutes as Howard checks back in.
I can't imagine too many.
He's right next to the coach. Quick breather while you're up 12.
He's
getting back in there for a bit more.
Give me a drink. I'm good, coach. I mean, Goldie's missing Drew Vale as well, who he's a decent player at the QBL level, of course, after his NBL career.
Whitehead does it again, dribbles in the paint, and then fades away.
Yeah, I think Vale's overcoming a calf injury, and then you've got young Jared Gamble, who's also just coming to the roster, fresh off US.
I mean, it's a deep, talented roster, good mix of veterans and young guys. Offerman gets it out, Lamakin hands off for Whitby. 5 seconds on the shot clock, Whitby fires away, it's long. Whitehead with the spin move, kicks ahead to Weber. Weber saves it, out to Whitehead for three, it's up. It's good. Whitehead has it going tonight from deep. And Coach Pero Cameron's going to have to take a timeout as Chris Whitehead is on fire. It's a 17-point lead here for Toowoomba.
Yeah, great job from Weber to get out and go get that
Whitehead
bucket, the ball, and then saves it out of bounds and it floats into his hand.
Right to Whitehead for three. That's his first three-pointer of the season. There's a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. 44-27 the lead here for Toowoomba in the QBL Game of the Week presented to you by Nothing But Net Media. Because Welcome back to the Southport School. It's a 17-point lead here as the Toowoomba Mountaineers lead the Gold Coast Rollers. And Dave, Chris Whitehead doing it all for Toowoomba at the moment. He's got 24 points. He's 11 of 14 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. Guy is on absolute fire. I couldn't be more impressed with the player so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, this is like we talked about a little bit in the opening. You know, this Gold Coast identity. I mean, when you have such a little bit of depth, it's like, well, who's going to go get some buckets, and when am I going to get it, and whose shot is it now? And you know, they're sharing the ball, but no one's established themselves as a go-to scorer for them. And this matchup zone has just killed them.
Yeah, great call there by Coach Corcoran, putting it in as the pass by Whitby for Green goes out of bounds. It's a turnover there, and that's the last thing that the Gold Coast need. They're down 17, 44-27. You got to imagine Whitehead's going to get another look here. Pantano inside for Hume. Hume, great pass to Weber, who can't finish. Green comes down with it. There's a great look there by Sid Hume.
Yeah, well, I think he was unlucky to not get a foul call too.
Skip pass, Stevens, 3 is up and good. Gold Coast needed that one as Stevens drains the 3.
Well, Gold Coast are trying to steal Toowoomba's mojo and go to a zone themselves now.
Hume along the baseline with the bucket, increasing the lead to 16. You see Aaron Maxey getting set to check back in for the Mountaineers. And Pantano picks up a pretty soft foul just out of half court, but gives his teammate Aaron Maxey the opportunity to check in. Sid Hume going to check back out. Maxey's going to come back in. And this is what has kind of hurt Toowoomba here, is that Aaron Maxey quite often has to guard the 4 or 5 man.
Yeah.
But this zone seems to help really in that matchup. Stevens again wide open for 3. That's strong. Long rebound is knocked out of bounds off the hands of Chris Whitehead. 1:14 to go here in the first half. 16-point lead for Toowoomba. Green inbounds it off the defender, lays it up, no good, and Pantano comes up with it. Long pass, Howard saves it, but Dara steals it, kicks it ahead. His pass knocked out of bounds by Cameron Weber, who nearly takes out the entire Gold Coast Rollers coaching staff. Coach Steve Weiland moved out of the way. He didn't really take one for the team there, did he? He was just looking out for himself.
Yeah.
Not a bad choice, though. Weber looked like he was heading straight for him. Whitby going to step into a long 2. That's good. So we're under a minute to go, and it's a 14-point lead here for Toowoomba. Howard nearly travels, gets it out to Weber. Maxey works it to Pantano. Corner 3 is up and good. Great veteran move. Maxey had the look, but Pantano had a better one.
Yeah, great extra pass from Maxey to create that. And you know, he's comfortable shooting a 3, that's for sure. Shooting a good clip this year.
Yeah, just about 40% does Aaron Pantano.
I'm not sure where he came from either.
He's been around for a while. He was there. I know for sure he was there for a few years. His Whitby step-back jump shot, no good. Fight for the rebound. Tom comes up with it and lays it up and in. Jaden Tom gets on the board for Gold Coast. Whitehead going right at Dara. A bit of contact. Layup attempt is good. Dara trying to draw the foul there. He's pretty good at picking up the charge call. And a good foul there by Whitehead. They thought they had 1, but that's actually going to be the 15th foul, it looks like. That's going to send Dara to the line for 2 shots. 3 seconds to go in the game clock.
He is human. We're going to let him have 1 mistake,
We'll give it
right?
to him. We'll give it to him.
But I don't think, yeah, obviously Chris didn't understand the foul situation. Just to let him off the hook. Let him have a couple of easy ones.
You probably want to see if he can get a buzzer beater. I mean, everything else is falling. Give me 3 seconds. Let me see what I can do with it, Coach.
Sure.
Dara hits the first and the second. Maxey getting set to inbound. Inbounds to Pantano. Looking for Whitehead. It's a good look. He puts it up. Hits the back of the rim. It was on target but strong. So at the half, it's a 13-point lead. 15-point lead for the Gold Coast. For Toowoomba over the Gold Coast. 51-36. We'll take a break. We'll come back with some halftime stats for you. It's a 15-point lead for Toowoomba here at the QBL TV, presented by Nothing But Net Media.
In-depth video analysis is no longer just for the pros. Huddle is an easy and affordable tool that brings professional level insight to club and high school teams. Just film and track events live at games and upload them to huddle.com. Accelerate player development with team messaging, automatically generated shot charts and reports, and the ability to add notes and drawings to your video. Coaches can exchange game footage with their entire league, all from one place. Huddle even allows athletes to create highlights to help them get noticed. Sign up for a free trial to see for yourself how Huddle helps teams win.
Welcome back to the Southport School. John Guarna here with Dave Derwin as the Toowoomba Mountaineers lead the Gold Coast Rollers at the half, 51-36. And Dave, it was a really impressive first half for Toowoomba Mountaineers, particularly their import, Chris Whitehead.
Yeah, I mean, impressive is an understatement. 26 points, 1 assist. Well, he was busy getting his own, which is okay. And obviously Maxi's doing his thing. He's already got a double-double, 13 and 10, and 3 assists. So, I mean, the key really is Goldie shooting 2 or 15 from downtown. Like we said, they're going to live and die by it. So, offensively, there's not much different they need to do. Surprisingly for them, Jackson Parr's leading them with 11 points. Other than that, not a great deal from anyone else, really.
Yeah, and the matchup zone that Coach Corcoran put in for the Toowoomba Mountaineers is really giving the Gold Coast fits. What kind of adjustments can you make against the matchup zone, and where are the weak spots that Gold Coast needs to attack in the second half?
Well, it's kind of funny because, you know, sometimes a lot of teams struggle against zone, which is just insane. At the end of the day, there's gaps galore, you know, short corners, high posts, etc. So it's getting the gaps, and the thing that often people against the zone struggle with is, you know, you don't just swing the ball, you've got to get dribble penetration. And so, you know, Gold Coast has got smart enough players that they know how to do that and work it out. But, you know, the age-old question is, can they execute and do it?
Yeah,
and at the moment, Toowoomba's frustrating them.
It's not. It's certainly not out of hand at the moment, but Gold Coast needs a really good start to the second half to really, I think, get their confidence back in, get a couple of good looks, a couple of quick buckets, and I think it'll be the key there for the Gold Coast. I'd like to see Toowoomba try and get, again, keep going to Whitehead and Maxey, and just the secondary guys just continue to do what they're doing.
Yeah, and I think, and if I'm Coach Corcoran, same thing. My game plan's simple: win the third. That's it. Just win the third. And if they do that, they're going to be in a pretty good position to win the game.
Here's some dribble penetration. Selicic can't finish, but McGregor taps it out to Dara. Now Stevens hits McGregor inside for Parr. Parr working on Dickerson. Hook shot no good, but there's a foul. Jackson Parr is going to go to the line for 2 shots.
A bit unlucky there, but what I do like is the aggression from Parr.
Yeah, it's a good seal. It's a tough matchup for Dickerson. They're similar in height, but Parr's got a bit more beef behind him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dickerson, though, he's been, you know, he's still a young guy, but he's been in the QBL for a few years now as well, so he's a veteran.
And he's a good athlete too. I think the bench held up the 5th foul just then. I'm like, it's kind of impossible, right? I mean,
I thought so.
But they fixed it.
All right.
It's only his second.
We're on it. Got to give a shout out to the bench because 99.9% of them are all volunteer, and the sport couldn't be where it's at without those volunteers. So shout out to all volunteers of the game. Dickerson gets it out to Maxey. Corner jumper is good. That's a 3. Couldn't tell from where we were at, but it's another 3 for Maxey. Lead back to 16 for Toowoomba. This is zone. It's just packed in, forcing everything outside. Selicic gets it out to Dara, who pump fakes, gets his feet in the paint, kicks it out. McGregor wasn't ready. 4 seconds to go. Scotty McGregor's got to throw one up. That's no good. Ball's out of bounds.
Yeah, great D from Toowoomba, really making a stand. And I guess it's not just the zone, though, John. What they're doing is they're scrambling really well, moving their feet, keeping them out of the middle, and Toowoomba's doing a great job.
Yeah, and they're packing it in, but they're recovering well, which is really good. As Pantano fires from 2, that's good. Aaron Pantano can definitely shoot the ball. Referees not really sure what they did there. They need to put the score on the board.
Yeah, it's 56.
Should be 56-38. Still reads 54-38.
There you go.
All right, we're good. Back started here now. Stevens pass nearly, it is stolen by Whitehead. Whitehead goes right at the D. He's fouled and fouled hard from behind by Simon Stevens. Whitehead's going to go to the line for 2 shots. Stevens just really telegraphed that one.
Yeah. And again, guys like Whitehead just, great athletes, even though despite he's probably, at best, 5'9".
I mean,
Is he 5'9"?
He's got to be at least 5'9".
5'10"? Like Dara looks bigger than him, right?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So, you know, especially when they're that short, but, you know, certainly, you know, strong build and physically able to do what he likes out there.
Yeah, well, you saw in the pregame too. He can certainly throw him down.
Yeah.
So, guy's definitely an athlete. He increases the lead now to 24. Toowoomba 58-38. And this zone is again. There's not a lot of inside ball. Everything is outside as Stevens is fouled on the three-point attempt. Kind of kicked the legs out, but that's a veteran play there by Simon Stevens. He's going to go to line for 3 shots.
Yeah.
That's Chris Whitehead's second personal foul.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to let the guys land. So, bit Reggie Millerish, but
don't
it's
you
a foul.
ever mention that name in my presence ever again, Dave.
I'm sorry.
You know how I feel about Reggie.
Well, you know, actually, I'll tell you some other guys who were good at that over the years. Jason Cameron was certainly good at the old three-point kick out, but it benefited us a lot of the time. So
yeah, so you didn't mind.
I didn't mind. That's right. Other than that, against me, it's a horrible call, referees.
It is. I'm not a huge fan of the call because guys just play for it, and the more the referees call it, the more the guys are going to do it.
No, I agree, but I certainly think that was absolutely a foul. I mean, Simo, you know, he didn't let Simo land, which is the rule.
Yep. Hits all 3, so we're back down to 18 now, 58-40.
Well, maybe that's something that will get the Gold Coast guys rolling.
Dickerson.
Seeing the ball going through the hole.
Yeah, Dickerson puts it on the deck, goes right at the defense, hits the shot and the foul. Good job there by Charles Dickerson, and he's another guy, you know, probably he's not going to get as many looks as he normally would, but he can put the ball in the paint too, in the bucket too.
No, he had some good games last year too.
Yeah, he's a very good talent. And he's also kind of that hybrid type player where he's more of a slasher, but he can shoot the ball a bit.
Yeah.
And he kind of plays that swing spot. He's that 3-2, but every now and then he has to match up on a 1 or a 4.
Yeah. And he's a good athlete too, so he can compete and get out and challenge shots if he needs to, if he's in that 4 spot, and especially in this shifting zone.
Good look there for Dara. Just a bit too strong, but McGregor comes up with it. Gets it back out. Salicic going to fire for 3. That's strong as well. Howard comes down with the rebound.
Yeah, Christian been real cold, hasn't he, so far?
Yeah, he's struggling from the field. Maxey now gets it out to Howard. No look for Whitehead. Is knocked out of bounds by Jackson Parr. Coach Cameron going to go to the bench, checking in Thalo Green and Charlton Offermans. And Dara and Scott McGregor going to check out. Whitehead, a little hesitation, has it swiped by Stevens. They're going to get Thalo Green for the foul. That's his 3rd personal. He's not sure where the foul was.
Yeah, that's common though. Coached and playing against Thalo over the years. Yeah, he's never too happy with any referee decisions.
Whitehead with the bullet to Howard. 4 seconds to go on the shot clock. Whitehead will put it up. It's just short, tipping it around, but coming down with it is Green. Now Offermans has it. He picks up his dribble. Salicic goes inside for Parr. Parr reverse layup is good. He's been very good. He's arguably been the best player for the Gold Coast tonight.
Yeah. I don't think it's even arguable. I think he's easily been their best player, really. Giving him good minutes, giving him good targets inside, working hard.
Maxey wide open for 3. He'll make you pay.
I don't know how you lose him.
64-42, the lead here for Toowoomba, and they are firing on all cylinders tonight, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, defensively, Goldie are lost a bit.
Yeah, and then Parr going at Maxey on the other end. It's a foul. Aaron Maxey picking up a personal. That's his first. It's the 2nd team foul for Toowoomba. Coach Cameron going to go to his bench. Andrew Lomakin going to check in and checking out Simon Stevens. Offermans gets sets to inbound. Inbounds to Salicic. Salicic, no look, kicks it out to Parr. Now Lomakin inside for Thalo Green. Loses the ball. Gets tipped around and knocked out of bounds by Maxey. It's a good battle inside between Green and Maxey.
Absolutely.
Very physical. Green steps out of bounds. That was a tough position for him to catch it in. He was way too deep underneath the basket, and he caught it right on the baseline.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted to initiate the contact, and that's fine, but you got to know where you are on the court. So again, just lost sight of the baseline and simple turnover.
Maxey has it again, working on Jackson Parr. Puts it on the deck. Gets tripped up, and it pops back up. There's Aaron Maxey. Foul's going to go on Jackson Parr. That's his third personal. Third team foul there for the Gold Coast. Getting set to check in for Gold Coast is Ty Davidson. Davidson's going to check in for Jackson Parr. Davidson on the season, giving him some pretty good minutes, averaging about 4 points a game and 2 boards, shooting at 71.5% clip. Inbound to Whitehead, uses the jump stop. Fadeaway is no good. Tipped by Dickerson, and Thalo Green comes down with it. No look from Offermans to Salicic. Jumper no good. Coming in is Davidson with the offensive rebound. Now Green has it. He's going to fire for 3. That's short. Whitehead chases it down. It's a couple decent looks there for Gold Coast. They're just not dropping.
Yeah, cannot buy a basket from three-point range so far.
Fantano has it. Now Dickerson looking inside. It's not there. Little miscommunication. Whitehead wasn't expecting the pass. Jason Ebner is going to check in, and Chris Whitehead's going to get a breather. Interesting time to give Whitehead a breather. You got a 22-point lead, but he has come out cold in the second half.
Yeah, probably. You're right. It is an interesting one. I mean, you want to try and give guys a spell, so it's probably a pretty good time to give him a spell, and we'll see. As long as you manage the clock and if Goldie chip into the lead too much.
All right, well, Coach Pero Cameron's going to take a timeout, so we'll take one as well. 5:09 to go here in the third quarter. It's a 64-42 lead for the Toowoomba Mountaineers over the Gold Coast Rollers here on QBL TV, presented by Nothing But Net Media. Welcome back to the Southport School here on the Gold Coast as the Gold Coast Rollers trail the Toowoomba Mountaineers 64-42. 5:09 to go here in the third quarter. Good time out there by Coach Cameron. It's kind of slipping away here for the Gold Coast at the moment. He's got to try and reverse the fortunes.
Yeah, it's not all over yet, but it's make a stand time. That's for sure.
Lomakin misses the jump shot out of the timeout. Gold Coast resets, Toowoomba resets. Ebner puts it on the deck, nearly loses it, kicks it back out to Maxey with 9 on the shot clock. Maxey's gonna fire for 3, that's short, but good offensive rebound there by Cameron Weber. Now Dickerson with the little floater, no good, and Lomakin with the defensive rebound. He's pushing, kicks it ahead to Thalo Green, who hits I thought that was going down. He missed the layup, but he got fouled, so he'll go to line for 2 shots.
Yeah, Thalo in transition, good kick ahead early from Lomakin. You know, Lomakin's done a good job. He's looking at aggression, the ball just won't go down for him.
Thalo Green gonna go to the free throw line struggles a bit from the charity stripe on the season, shooting about 43% from the free throw line. Left-handed shot is good, so he hits the first. One dribble and then goes for the second. That's good as well. Let's see, they're picking up a little full court here, looking like they might be setting up a bit of a trap. They just kind of fall back though, nothing really in it. Ebner looking to go to Max. He has his pass stolen. Offerman's with the steal. He loses the ball out of bounds though. It's a good steal there, but Offerman's lost it as he was trying to spin.
Yeah, I think Maxey was certainly giving young Ebner a mouthful, saying, "Entry feed, mate."
Yep. Nice
and simple.
Whitehead checks in for Dickerson, so good breather there for Whitehead. See if he can get back on track. Long three by Weber is no good. Davidson saves it. It's nearly stolen by Selicic. Tries to throw it off a Toowoomba player, but throws it out of bounds instead.
Yeah, good. Again, good job of Malik getting on the boards and competing.
So Ebner is going to get set to inbound in front of the Gold Coast bench. Inbounds to Whitehead. Whitehead looking for a screen from Malik. He gets one. Doesn't really use it though. His pass is stolen. Davidson comes up with it. That's Lamakin with it now for the Gold Coast. Offerman's looking inside for Green. It's not there. Kicks it out. Wide open three for Selicic is good. He needed that one. He looked up and said, "Thank you, Lord."
Yeah.
Maxey with a great catch. Spins away from the baseline and then is fouled.
Yeah.
By Ty Davidson. No one really liked the call, but that's a foul, Dave.
Of course it is. He spun, put his hands out, foul all day. And Dan Smith tells the bench, "Sit down."
Yep. It's he obviously got him with the body. If he was standing maybe square to Maxey, you could understand. But he was sideways.
Yeah, it wasn't a good position.
Yeah.
Referee's got a call. It was the right call.
18 points the lead here, 65-47 for Toowoomba. 3:30 to go in the third quarter. Selicic gets a screen from Davidson. Lamakin looking for a three. It's good. His first bucket of the season is a three. And the lead now cut to 15.
Yeah, a couple good looks for the Goldie.
Maxey goes right at the defense, and that's definitely a charge. Aaron Maxey not happy with the call. Thalo Green definitely was set. He was quite deep, but clearly a charge.
Yeah.
Maxey goes right at the defense. Coach Anthony Corcoran's going to take a timeout, so we'll take one as well. The lead 15 here for the Toowoomba Mountaineers, 65-50 with 3:09 to go here in the third quarter. You're watching QBL TV, presented by Nothing But Net Media. We're back with you here at the Southport School. Anthony Corcoran, the head coach of the Toowoomba Mountaineers, called a timeout to try and regroup his troops. Even though they still lead by 15, Gold Coast was kind of getting a bit of momentum there before that timeout.
Yeah, and I think the key is they can't get too cocky with the lead. Gold Coast haven't shot very well, but again, percentages can turn pretty quickly.
Yeah, we saw Chris Whitehead really carry Toowoomba in that first half. He's kind of quieted down as we see Cade Towers back on the floor for Toowoomba. Bit of contact, and there's He checks in, and he's going to check out. That's going to be his 5th. He's done. Coach Corcoran went with the gamble, giving Towers a few more minutes, and he's done now. Towers not happy, but that was a foul. He got him with the body.
Sure.
He put himself in a bad position.
His jersey hardly be sweaty, mate.
Oh, he's definitely worked up a sweat. I mean, come on, Dave. Let's not get crazy now. He's been out there working. Picked up 5 fouls. He's got to do some work.
I'm going to say he's fouled out in less than 10 minutes.
Definitely less than 10 minutes for sure. Probably closer to like 7 minutes.
Reminds me of my boy Aaron Harding, who did it in about 9 minutes.
Yeah.
That was the quickest I've ever seen.
Intentionally? You never know with Ace.
No. No. Regan likes that one.
13-point lead here, 65-52. Malik's going to throw one up, and it's good.
There you go. I like Malik. I like him. He's shown some good stuff tonight.
Yeah, coming off the bench is a perfect spot for him because he could have a bit more of an impact.
Yeah, he's got to learn, but he's been doing a good job.
Lead back up to 15. Salichich leaves his feet, has his pass stolen by Malik. Kick ahead for Whitehead. Whitehead's going to stop and pop. That's good. That's his shot right there. You give him some space, he'll just stop and pop all day.
Yeah, he is super polished.
Salichich in the corner. They work it around. Parr's going to fire for 3. That rolls in and out. Somehow Davidson comes up with it, and he puts it back in for the Goldie.
Yeah, really bad job of Toowoomba boxing out. You got to do the simple things. I'm not sure if Jackson Parr shooting 3s is what Coach Cameron wants.
Salichich kicks it out. Lomican for 3. It's good. 2 threes now for Lomican. Cuts the lead to 12. Bit of a trap here is giving Toowoomba a few fits. And then they're going to call Dickerson for the travel. I wasn't sure about that one, Dave. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it was a travel.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I thought he stepped through and planted his foot.
Yeah, if he let go of the ball, he would have been okay, but I think that's the right call.
All right. So again, a couple turnovers back-to-back here for Toowoomba, allowing the Gold Coast to cut the lead to 12. They can get it down to 10, maybe even 9 with a 3 on this possession.
Yeah, it's interesting too. I mean, Coach Cameron's got a bit of an unlikely crew out there who've got him back in the game. Lomican thinks he's hot.
He was, but he missed that one. Dickerson skies over his own teammate for the rebound. Now Malik, jump stop. Euro step floater is good. Nice to see a guy about 6'7", 6'8" doing that.
Yeah, great job. And again, defensively, really impressed with how he's going. He's battling down there, challenging shots.
And Dickerson trying to power his way through a screen. He's going to get called for a foul. Good screen there by Davidson. Bit too over-aggressive there from Dickerson, picking up his 3rd personal.
Yeah, give me in the bonus now, too.
Yeah, that's 5 team fouls. Both teams with 5, so the foul is going to be rewarded with foul shots. Gold Coast going to the bench. Simon Stevens checks back in, and Jaden Tom checks in as well for the Rollers. And Coach Anthony Corcoran also going to his bench, checking back in. Aaron Pantano and Aaron Howard.
Yeah, I mean, if you integrate Cade Towers into the roster, if they had one more shooter, Toowoomba could be a contender. They just lack another floor spacer.
Well, I mean, you got Pantano, and he's definitely a shooter. He's probably one of the better shooters in the competition from 3.
But I just, again though, they need more than 3 real go-to guys. You know what I mean? They just need that 4th wheel that could another shooter, and Toowoomba can compete, especially with behind the player Maxey and Whitehead.
Oh, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, these guys have shown the talent they have tonight. As Whitehead has a shot blocked by Tom. Beautiful spin move, but an even better block. And now Offerman gets it out to Salichich. Wing 3 is up. It's good. It's back to single digits, and Coach Anthony Corcoran's going to take a timeout. 71-62 the lead here. And the Gold Coast getting it done from beyond the arc, Dave.
Yeah, first bit of life for the Rollers. And it's taken them 3 quarters, but still a little bit of work to do. But as we just talked about, the shots just fall now.
Yeah, we see the block there by Jaden Tom sparking the team. And then coming up the other end. Salicic left wide open. He makes him pay. And the zone kind of softening up a little bit here. The Gold Coast Rollers taking those threes that they weren't making in the first half, and now they're starting to hit them.
Yeah, and that's the thing I've always found with if you sit in the zone for too long, and again it takes energy and communication and commitment, and sometimes the energy and effort decreases a little bit, like it is now, getting found out in transition, missing guys on the wings, and Gold Coast made a couple shots, so now they're right back in the game.
So if you're Coach Anthony Corcoran, what are you telling the team now?
Well, I think we just go back to a one and we play good individual D and have accountability.
So you want to see them go to man out of this time out?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, and if you're Coach Cameron, what do you tell them?
Well, I think, the unlikely crew have got him back in the game, and so he's going to be probably subbing some of his starters back in. And I'd be clearly saying, hey, the bench got us back in the game. You want to come and contribute, you better do something. I like when Jaden Tom's in, they look better. I think defensively he adds a bit to them in size and so forth. And so, Salicic looks like he's coming alive a little bit. They've gone back with Lomican. So, they're sort of going with a similar roster to where they got back in the game.
All right, we got about 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Howard has it on the block, kicks it out. Pantano now back to Howard. Spins baseline, leaves his feet, kicks it out for Aaron Pantano, puts it on the deck. Maxey, jump shot up, no good. Salicic tips it, and Offermans comes down with it. Good defensive set there for Gold Coast. They're going to hold for the final shot of the quarter. Salicic has it now, guarded by Whitehead. Looking for a screen. He goes away from it, gets to the rim, throws up the alley-oop for Tom, and there's a foul. Not a bad look there from Salicic. I couldn't tell if he was throwing it up or if he lost it on the way up.
Yeah, I think he was throwing the alley.
So Jaden Tom's going to go to line for 2 shots here. Couple dribbles for Tom. Bit too strong on that first shot. See what the second one's got for us. Second one is good. Checking in, Sam Mayer is going to check in for Jaden Tom. Coach Cameron looking to go a bit offense, defense here maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's a bit of a...
Maxey has it, few dribbles, going to throw up a wild one. It's up, it's short. So Gold Coast fought their way back into this game. It's 71-63. Going into the fourth quarter. You're watching QBL TV, presented to you by Nothing But Net Media.
In-depth video analysis is no longer just for the pros. Huddle is an easy and affordable tool that brings professional level insight to club and high school teams. Just film and track events live at games and upload them to huddle.com. Accelerate player development with team messaging, automatically generated shot charts and reports, and the ability to add notes and drawings to your video. Coaches can exchange game footage with their entire league, all from one place. Sign up for a free trial to see for yourself how Huddle helps teams win.
Welcome back to the Southport School on the Gold Coast. As the Gold Coast Rollers went on a nice run there in the third quarter. They cut the lead to 8 for the Toowoomba Mountaineers. It's 71-63. Let's take a look at some of the stats, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, the rebounding is +8 to Gold Coast, so I think that was the key there in that third quarter is they rebounded the ball better. They made a couple of threes. They're now shooting 6 of 24 from the three-point line, which was previously really bad. So now it's getting up there.
Yep.
But again, that bench mob got them back in. You know, it's an 8-point game. They're back in the game. They had a bit of life. They'll go back to, you know, I'm going to guess McGregor and Darras and co. and see if they can get them back in the game.
And Toowoomba, not that they went cold, but Chris Whitehead didn't have the explosion we were anticipating after his solid first half, as he throws up a floater and it's good.
Yeah,
so
I mean
that might get him going.
That's just really, really simple, right? I mean, simple pin down or handoff there with Maxey, and I mean Whitehead's just so classy that he'll get anything he wants all day.
Yeah, they're staying in that matchup zone. Thought for a second there they went to that man-to-man like you thought, but they stayed in the matchup. And Offerman's got a wide open jump shot to fall. Now Whitehead's going to fire away from an elbow jumper, and that's good as well. Starting to heat up again. Gold Coast has McGregor, Stevens, Offermans, Lawmakin, and Parr. McGregor has it, 8 on the shot clock. Stevens going to fire a deep three, no good. Pantano comes down with it. Whitehead kicks it ahead for Dickerson. Ball goes out of bounds off of Simon Stevens.
Yeah, I mean, Simo's shooting 2 of 8 from downtown, so the roller boys are struggling to find their range tonight.
Yeah, Toowoomba has Whitehead, Pantano, Maxey, Dickerson. Can't see who else is in there. And Howard on the court. So Dickerson going to get set to inbound. Goes inside to Whitehead. Whitehead working on Jackson Parr. Takes a few dribbles, goes baseline, kicks it out for Maxey. 10 seconds to go, so don't have to rush. Now 8. Maxey gets it on the deck, puts it into Dickerson. Turnaround, no good. Somehow he gets his own rebound and puts it back in.
Yeah, Lomackin's got to do a better job defensively there of getting the loose ball. You just got to want it. And Dickerson just wanted it more.
Now Offermans goes to the wing in Lomackin. Lomackin gets the screen from Parr. Now in the corner, Stevens pump fakes. Then goes inside of McGregor on the block, working on Maxey. Loses the ball. Whitehead comes up with it. He's a blur. And that's a solid foul there by Stevens. Whitehead tried to get the shooting foul. They're going to make him shoot inbounds from the baseline. I thought that might have been shooting.
Yeah, it was pretty close, I'll be honest, too.
I mean, he definitely was dribbling. Once he knew he was fouled, he kind of scooped it up, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Maxey going to hand off for Whitehead. Let's see what Toowoomba runs here. Here's a handoff for Whitehead. Gets to the defender in his feet. Floats one up. No good. Good rebound there by Charlton Offermans. And then there's a foul. They're going to give that one, I think, to Aaron Maxey.
I mean, Maxey's some rig trying to get around too. I mean, they could just play 2-man game all night.
They probably could.
That's a tough cover.
It's not, you run that and you just put the shooters in the corners.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm Toowoomba, I'm running Maxey Whitehead screens all day and sticking Aaron Pantano in the corner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gold Coast have it now with 8 seconds to go on the shot clock. Stevens with the ball. He's going left on Dickerson. He loses it, and Whitehead comes up with it. Simon Stevens picks up another foul. This time tripping up Chris Whitehead.
Yeah, they're struggling. Gold Coast is really struggling with any dribble penetration, and that's what that's missing. And really, Salicic is the only guy who's been doing it for them all night long.
Yeah, I think see Adam Dara on the sidelines. I'm surprised we haven't seen much of him. Wonder if he's carrying a little niggle or something. He's got his training top on.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't played since second quarter, right? Yeah,
early. And they could use an extra ball handler on the court. You look at it, give credit to Charlton Offermans. He's played well, but still quite young.
Yeah.
and then Salicic. Those are really the guys who you want to handle or run the offense for you.
Yeah, and Offerman doesn't look like a great, penetration maybe isn't his thing.
Maxey has it on the left wing. Goes away from the screen. Has it stolen there by Parr. Offerman comes up with it. Picks up his dribble, kicks it out. Thalo Green fakes, goes baseline. He runs into Maxey. That's a tough foul. Definitely got one on the cheek there. Maxey, though, that's his 4th personal foul. 7 minutes to go in the game. It's a tight one. It's a 12-point lead here for Toowoomba. What's Coach Corcoran do is he let him ride. You gotta get the big guy a breather, I think, here.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's going to let him ride, and I hope it works out better than the K Towers call.
Maxey is a smart guy, though, so
Yeah.
you don't expect him to pick up any silly ones. Lomakin's 3 is off. Fighting for the rebound, Scotty McGregor comes down with it. Offerman's going to put his own 3 up. That's no good. Very long rebound. Parr saves it, but Whitehead steals it. Whitehead is going right at the defense. He's blocked by Lomakin. Offerman gets the ball now. 2-on-2. Kicks it out to Parr. Parr's 3 is up. It's good. What a transition there from one end to the other from the Gold Coast.
Yeah, great job from Lomakin. Whitehead probably should have hit his trail mate, but didn't. Big 5-point swing.
Huge 5-point swing. It's a 9-point lead here for Toowoomba. Whitehead has it, goes inside to the post in Maxey. Maxey backing in on Parr. They call Parr for the foul, the old arm bar.
Yeah. I always love that call from the referees. You let it go the whole game, and then you call that one?
Yep. 4th quarter action here. 6:20 to go in the game. The Gold Coast Rollers trail the Toowoomba Mountaineers 77-68. Checking in for the Gold Coast, Christian Salicic in for Jackson Parr. Pantano thinks about a 3. He steps out of bounds, though. That's a turnover.
We haven't called his name out for a while, so it'll be interesting to see what Toowoomba does this next few minutes. Try and get him involved. I mean, he's a good shooter, right?
He's a great shooter. I think they'd run something for him. Here's a bit of man-to-man for you, Dave. Very heavy switching, so they're switching everything here. Salicic has Maxey on him now. Inside pass from McGregor is knocked out of bounds. Good job there by Howard, get his hands on the pass. Gold Coast will inbound with 6 seconds to go on the shot clock.
Yeah, Scotty McGregor is the only one who you'd have to really struggle with defensively if they switch everything, which they are.
Salicic, scoop shot, in and out, no good. McGregor with the offensive rebound. Salicic, no-look pass. Lomakin throws one up. I thought it was good, but it was short. But he's going to go to the line for 2 shots, and Lomakin's given him some pretty good minutes tonight, Dave.
Yeah, he has. He's been good for them. He's got 7 points and, again, been aggressive. Came up with that big block before.
So 2 shots here with 5:49 to go. Big ones for Lomakin. He hits the first.
And, that really was a big play from a couple ago. I mean, Whitehead hits it. It's an 11-point game. He misses it. We're back here at 8 points. Gives the Goldie guys a little bit more of a sniff.
Maxey has it on the block, looking to work on McGregor. Kicks it out to Whitehead. Whitehead picks up his dribble. Inside pass to Maxey, spinning baseline, reverse layup, no good. Thalo Green, they'll lose the ball out of bounds. Getting 14 seconds to go on the shot clock. Toowoomba holding on to this 8-point lead with 5:27 to go in the game. Pass out to Howard. He'll hand off for Whitehead. Whitehead looking for a screen. Gets one from Howard. Picks up his dribble. Howard going to work now on Offerman's. Has it stolen, though, by Salicic. Great steal there. Nearly loses the ball. Kicks it into a wide-open Lomakin in the corner. 3, it's up. Short, no good. Green comes up with the offensive rebound. Dumps it in for McGregor. Misses the layup. His follow is no good, but he's fouled. Bit of frantic action there for the Gold Coast Rollers. They couldn't get anything to drop.
Yeah, it's good. Love it. Crowd's back in the game. players getting a little bit more on edge.
Yeah, it's going to come down to the wire. 5 minutes to go. It's an 8-point lead here for Toowoomba.
Yeah, and again, big plays from Salicic down the other end.
Gregor hits the first one.
I think if I'm Toowoomba, whilst I know they switched on the pick and roll and had Howard in the block, Whitehead, take control.
Gold Coast going to the bench. Simon Stevens and Jackson Parr check in for Scott McGregor and Andrew Lomakin. Lomakin getting big respect from the teammates after his huge contribution in the third. And fourth, sorry. Where's this Maxey and Whitehead pick and roll that we've been screaming out for from Toowoomba?
Yeah, we're going back to the Howard pick and roll.
Howard up and under, layup is good. An 8-point lead for Toowoomba with 4:40 to go now. Here's the matchup zone again. Salicic 3 is good. The shots are falling, and so is the lead for Toowoomba, 79-74 now. Whitehead just keeping his dribble alive, probing the defense, leaves his feet. Pantano 3 is up at short. Great rebound there by Howard, and he's fouled from behind by Jackson Parr.
Great job, Howard, crashing the glass. Big rebound.
That's a huge rebound there for Aaron Howard.
And he just fouled out Jackson Parr, who's been their best player.
Yeah, Jackson Parr now done for the night. He's going to have to take a seat at the end of the bench.
I'd say Dara must have been injured for him not to come back.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't actually sat down. Looks like he's been working his hip or something, so let's hope Dara's all right. Just trying to keep the troops excited and pumped. 79-74 the lead with 4:12 to go. Whitehead looking to get a screen. McGregor steps in. He saw that one coming and picks up the charge.
I disagree.
I think there was definitely contact. McGregor milked that one. Got the home court advantage. Here's the replay. Let's see what happens here. He sees the contact, sets himself up. I don't know. Looked a bit late to me, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I know Regan likes the call. He's going to stick up for his referees, brethren.
Regan, thumbs up for good call, thumbs down, bad call. What do you think? No call.
He's Switzerland.
I think McGregor flopped.
I think it's a flop too, but nonetheless, it's a tough call. Get the home court advantage. Lead is 5. Can they cut it further? Offerman's pass to Stevens. Now McGregor has it way far away from the basket. Salicic gonna fire again from 3. That's short, but a long rebound. Offerman's come down with it.
Toowoomba's given up too many offensive rebounds late.
Green loses it out of bounds. It's stripped by Malik and knocked out of bounds. So with about 9 seconds to go on the shot clock, Gold Coast will inbound along the baseline. Let's see if they can get a sneaky 2 here or maybe a 3. Offermans has it now on the wing. Looking to work against Whitehead. Out for Salicic, coming off the screen. The 3 is long. Howard's going to let the ball roll out of bounds. Good play there by Howard.
Yeah, look good too, the 3 coming off. And they've done a good job of getting Salicic open for that 3. He's knocked down a couple in the second half.
3:30 to go now in the game. Let's see if the Gold Coast could get another stop here or pick up another foul or turnover from Toowoomba. Maxey nearly has it stolen, but Green definitely reached in there.
Yeah, and that's 2 bonus now.
Yeah, that's the 5th team foul. So Aaron Maxey is going to go to the line for 2 shots. That's Dalo Green's 4th personal. What's Gold Coast doing here differently, though, Dave? Because they've really forced Toowoomba into some poor shots, and they've really kind of put a lid on the basket for Toowoomba.
Yeah, they have. And I don't know. I'd like to give credit where credit's due, but I actually think it's Toowoomba who's they've just gone into a bit of a lazy funk and walking it up, and there's no energy or offense on offense. They're not getting the ball through hands. And they're just kind of lethargically walking around. Again, why they were successful is because they moved the ball and moved the bodies in the first half.
Salicic has it now for the Gold Coast. Let's see what they get to do here, because I think this could be a huge, huge bucket here for the Gold Coast if they get a good one. Salicic tries to hand off from McGregor. It's knocked back. Stevens has it. 3 seconds to go on the shot clock. He puts it up. He's fouled by Malik. It's a good veteran play there by Stevens, creating the body contact and getting to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah. I think he got him a good one, too, in the head.
Yep, Malik looks like he'll be all right. Just a little shaken up. Yeah, took one to the face there. Malik walking off. He'll be okay. Dickerson checks in for Malik anyway. So good opportune time for the trainer to have a look at him. Stevens hits the first. See what he can do with the second. That's good as well. So it's a 4-point lead here for Toowoomba. We're under 3 to go now, 80-76. Whitehead looking to get going here, gets his feet in the paint. Pantano wide open, he'll pump fake. Then he's fouled by Stevens with the body.
He's not happy, it's a foul. It's a foul all day, every day. Again.
And it's Stevens' 5th personal, so that's going to be his night done as well. So Andrew Lomakin's going to have to check in for Simon Stevens. And Aaron Pantano is going to go to line for 2 shots. Couple of dribbles and a spin from Pantano. He hits the first. It always makes me wonder, guys, if they're good 3-point shooters, you'd expect that they'd be good free throw shooters,
yeah,
wouldn't you?
Generally, I'd say that's a pretty common rule, right?
Second one, though, no good.
As usual, you jinx him.
Jeez, don't take me to the casino with you. 5-point lead now, 81-76, 2:35 to go now. Lomakin looking inside, it's not there for Green. Inside pass, though, from McGregor is good, and follow Green with the reverse. It's a 3-point lead now.
Yeah, good patience from the Goldie.
How about the pass from McGregor?
Yeah, I thought he was going to let fly on the 3, but he decided he saw something there, and good bucket. Again, the ball movements for Toowoomba's just stopped.
Whitehead fires a 3, it's long. Green corrals it. So they can cut the lead to 1 or tie the game with a 3 on this possession. Let's see what the Rollers have. Lomakin enters it for Green, kicks it out for McGregor. They work it again around Offerman's now. McGregor's going to fire a 3. It's up, it's short. Maxey tips it over to Dickerson. Now Maxey looking inside for Howard. It's knocked out of bounds by Offerman's. A lot of contact there. Referees let that one go too.
Yeah.
Minute 33 to go in the game. Toowoomba clinging to a 3-point lead, 81-78. Dickerson inbounds for Whitehead. Whitehead gets a screen from Maxey. Goes back to Maxey on the baseline. Maxey double teamed. He powers through. He's blocked. But they're going to say McGregor fouled him. No one in the building liked that call.
Whoa.
Except the Toowoomba faithful.
Well, I think Salicic fouled him first anyway, so.
A good block there by McGregor. Maxey's going to get fouled, though, and go to the line for 2 shots. Up 3 with a minute 25 to go. Can't see those photos that they got up back there. What do you see?
I don't know what it is either.
Maxey hits the first. Oh, there goes the dance. Second one is no good. McGregor comes up with it for Gold Coast. Now Offerman's has it. Offerman's playing very well tonight for the Gold Coast, probably due to something with Dara. Salicic now, inside pass, a wide open Offerman's layup attempt, no good. Dickerson tips it out to Pantano. Toowoomba going to look to bring it under a minute to go with 4-point lead. Whitehead, there's the screen and roll for Whitehead and Maxey. He's going to clear out now on Thalo Green. Dumps it inside. Howard lays it up and in. Great creativity there by Whitehead. And the lead now 6 with under 50 seconds to go, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, all the Gold Coast guys had vision on Whitehead, which means Howard just had to open up his hands, and Whitehead's the kind of classy guy who will hit you every time.
He did that. That was great creativity there. There's a timeout on the floor, so we'll take one as well. Toowoomba up 6, 84-78 with 49 seconds to go. The QBL Game of the Week here on Nothing But Net Media. And we're back here at the Southport School for the Gold Coast Rollers and the Toowoomba Mountaineers. At the moment, Toowoomba clinging to a 6-point lead, 84-78 with 49.1 seconds to go in the game. Gold Coast took a timeout, so let's see. They go for a quick 2, and Dave, do they have to? They don't necessarily have to foul out of this.
No, they still got plenty of time. I mean, quick 2 or a quick 3. You know, you'd probably look for a quick hitter right now. But Offerman, I don't think is your guy. But Salicic is, and he misses.
3 is long. Maxey tips it over to Whitehead. They tried to foul Whitehead. It wasn't there. He's going to bring it back out. He's fouled from behind this time. That one looks like it's going to go on Laumakin. That's going to send Whitehead to the line for 2 shots. It's probably, I don't know if that's the look they wanted from Salicic on the other end with the Gold Coast.
No. I'm pretty confident, though, that'll be the Gold Coast's night.
Whitehead hits the first. Kids behind the basket doing the old running man challenge there. Referee pushing him away. Asking all the kids to get out from underneath the basket. Why's he got to ruin the fun?
Well, no, yeah. You can't be on the baseline from when the boys are playing. So.
Yep. They've been there almost all night.
From a safety point of view.
Whitehead takes a few seconds, eyes up the second one. That's strong. Maxey, though, with the offensive rebound. He goes back up and he's fouled. That foul looks like it's going to go on Thalo Green. If it is Green, that's going to be his 5th, and he'll be done for the night. That is Green, and it is his 5th. He's done. Ty Davidson going to get set to check back in for the Gold Coast, and Aaron Maxey could go to line here for 2 shots to ice the game, Dave. He hits these 2, it's done.
Yeah.
.2 seconds to go. Some of the crowd starts to empty out a little bit early here. Maxey hits the first.
Well, they did a good job to get it back to a 3-point game, really. I mean, it was well and truly over at midway through the third.
And they did it because the 3-point shot really started to fall for them in the second half here.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Lomakin did a good job tonight. Simo was pretty cold. Obviously didn't get much out of Adam Dara.
Salicic had his moments.
Yeah, he did. And again, he was good, I thought. Every time he had the ball, he was aggressive and always a threat. Made a lot of good passes.
I think they had McGregor going early, but he didn't really feature too much in the offense. Sam Mayer's going to get set to check back in. Offermans misses them both, and he fouls Whitehead. So that's going to send Whitehead to the line for 2 shots. Mayer's going to check in for Scott McGregor.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where Vale and Jared Gamble fit in this roster moving forward. I mean, I had Gamble in the 20s as well, and you know he's an interesting player. I don't know how he's developed over in the US, but he's finished now, and you know he's a smart kid, good size.
He could do a bit of everything, can he?
Yeah.
He could play inside or out. He's got a pretty nice stroke on him.
Yeah, he does. So I don't know how his college career has gone, but you know it's good to see him come back. And
Lamakin's going to fire for 3. That goes in and out. Howard comes down with it, gets it over to Whitehead. Will Gold Coast foul here? Yes, they will. So Salicic fouls Dickerson, and it's an 88-78 lead, 13.2 seconds to go. Dickerson's going to go to the line for 2 shots, and the Toowoomba Mountaineers are going to pick up their first win of this QBL season. They kind of even themselves up here with the Gold Coast Rollers, so they get the head-to-head to him in the first matchup.
yeah, absolutely. And good. It was a good game overall from Toowoomba. You know, they watched the tape. The second half, for me, they struggled a bit, and it's not just Gold Coast hitting a few shots, but they didn't move the ball or the bodies in that fourth quarter. That's for sure.
Yep.
And that's what hurt him a little bit.
Dickerson hits them both. Offermans picks it up. Gets the screen from Mayer, kicks it out. Salicic going to fire for 3. It's strong. Maxey up ahead to Whitehead. Can he put one down for us? He'll just finger roll it in. And that's going to do it here from the Southport School. 92-78 the final score. It was a lot closer than what you would expect with that score sheet. But nonetheless, the Toowoomba Mountaineers going to pick up their first win of the season here over the Gold Coast Rollers. And like you said, Dave, it was a good overall performance. Maxey had his moments of carrying Toowoomba. Chris Whitehead was super impressive. And I think the more court time that they get together as a team, the more likely they are to have success.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know, good early game. Or, you know, early in the season, obviously the teams are still getting back together and finding out what they are and what they're not. And Toowoomba, good performance tonight.
Yeah, we'll take a look at some final statistics. Top scorer for the whole game was Chris Whitehead. He had 36 points, 2 assists and 3 rebounds. Aaron Maxey with a double-double, as he does, 24 points, 13 rebounds. He also had 3 assists. And then Aaron Pantano had 11 for Toowoomba. They shot 58% from the field, 69% from 2, 33% from 3. They also went to the free throw line 24 times, only shot 66%. They did turn the ball over 15 times. We just lost our camera. You all right?
Yeah. You all right?
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. I don't know if I got on camera there. I probably got a stiff neck now. Chris trying to take us out. He's in the rush to get home. Hopefully we didn't break the camera too bad. We'll take a look at that. Take a look at the stats, though, here for the Gold Coast. And the leading scorer in the game for the Gold Coast was Jackson Parr. He had 18 points. And then you look at Christian Salicic with 15. Simon Stevens had 12. And that's pretty much it. They really struggled from 3, like we said. 8 of 36 from the charity stripe. That's a 22% clip. 35.3% from the field itself. And Dave, overall, you know, Gold Coast probably happy that they were able to cut it down to where it was, but would be not happy with the end result.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think they had plenty of good looks. Just got to make the shots, you know.
Yeah, well, that's going to wrap things up for us here, guys. Next week, we're at Ipswich. It's the only game, Ipswich versus Brisbane, on Friday night, the 27th of May. Please tune in on the Basketball Queensland YouTube channel. For Dave Derwin, for Regan Baker, and for Chris Sieber, I'm John Guarner. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. We'll see you next time on QBL TV, presented by Nothing But Net Media.